How can we let go when we're scared to death? Hi, my name is Susie Porter, and I help women rewrite their lives so they can create their happily ever after. We've all heard the expression, let go and let God. Well, depending on your mood, that can either cheer you up or really piss you off, right? There are times when I can let go. And usually those times are when I just don't care about something or it doesn't feel that important or urgent. It's when I'm in a crisis that I can't let go. When I was in my 30s, I did a program called the 40-Day Prosperity Plan by John Randolph Price. I wrote prosperity affirmations every single day and meditated every day for 40 days. Now, during this time, I got fired from my waitress job at Johnny Rockets. My car was stolen, and a business that I invested all my money in completely failed, and I ended up $14,000 in debt with no job, no car, living in LA. So I called John Randolph Price, and he said, stop doing everything you're doing because you're bringing up your unconscious fears about money. Awesome. I still contend that he should have written a nice long preface, a disclaimer warning. Doing all of this sincerely with all your heart might ruin your life if you've got some unconscious shit in your brain, right? That's okay, all's well. I'm not bitter. I did everything that book said religiously, like with more discipline than is characteristic of the normal Susie Porter approach to life. I meditated every single day for an hour. I wrote out those affirmations hundreds and hundreds of times every day. Still remember when the police found my car and I went to the lot with all the other sad cars, my midnight blue two-door Nissan Sentra hatchback. It was my first new car I ever bought with my own money. That car would have made it to 300,000 miles, I'm sure. It was a fantastic car. It was the car I drove from Cleveland to Los Angeles with. I loved that car. It was like the last nice thing I had left in my life at that time. I walked really slowly all around the car. My sweet Gladys Pearl, that was her name. She'd been ravaged. It was like a pack of wolves just there was literally nothing left. I'd never seen a car stripped before. I walked really slow, as like in some kind of trance, just looking for something I could save, just to remember my car by. There was like nothing left. I felt sick. It was traumatic, and I felt so helpless. So, to recap, while I was trying to create abundance and to affirm my oneness with all that is, all the riches of the universe, everything in my material world was being ripped from me. And I was left with, I had no car insurance, no car, no job, and I was $14,000 in debt. I was a single girl living in LA in a two-bedroom apartment. The point of this story connects back to something I just read this morning in this fantastic book, Transurfing, Reality Transurfing. And it all makes so much sense now, right? He writes, the author Vadim Zeland, a Russian mystic, writes, the more you insist on your own desires and claims, the stronger the magnet that attracts the opposite. Now you tell me, Vadim. This is what happens literally when you grab the world by the throat, and so it fights back, trying to free itself. Like what you resist persists. I wasn't letting go and letting God. I was trying to force riches into my life by bypassing what was within me, something that will never work. It just can't. I was saying affirmations, and these were the fucking best affirmations. They were poetic. They were beautiful. They're probably true for somebody who didn't have, you know, 30 years of bullshit beliefs of unworthiness. I was saying these beautiful affirmations religiously every day for 40 days, meditating on them for an hour a day. But my little girl heart didn't believe a word of it. I was trying to force reality. I was trying to circumvent the energy and the conviction of my inner child. to create a reality that I thought would make everything better, right? When we let go, it doesn't mean that we don't care. It doesn't mean we sit around waiting for some magic power in the sky to rescue us. It means that we choose of our own deliberate intention to stop spinning in fear, to relinquish control, and to trust. Be still and know that I am God. Doesn't mean sit there and feel sorry for yourself. It means understand and know and believe and trust that you and I, we all are surrounded by infinite power, love, and an intelligence that can orchestrate the energy that creates worlds, literally, and that this power will support us. I love what Abraham Hicks says, the co-creative components of the universe act on your behalf when you let go. We are powerful creators, yet the reality we create will always reflect what we see in the mirror. Like Vadim says, people are capable of creating their own reality, but this means following certain rules. The ordinary human mind tries to influence the reflection in the mirror, but is unsuccessful, like I was, right? It's the image itself that has to be changed. And the image is created by the focus and nature of a person's thoughts. The focus and nature of our thoughts come from our lifetime of programming. You cannot bypass that. You will create what you see in the mirror. So how do we change the image in the mirror, right? That's our job, to change the image in the mirror, to be still, and to invite our higher self to show us the way. I had decades of healing to do, and that 40-day prosperity plan was just a step along the way. Miracles are our birthright, but we have to align ourselves with the energy of miracles. And the energy of miracles is love, not force. It's power. Love for ourself, love for that little child within us who needs our support, our attention, our care. We need to parent the child within ourselves. If you're struggling today, if you're having a hard time letting go, give yourself time today to experience some silence, stillness, and space. Silence, stillness, and space. Some people call it nothingness, the quantum field. This is where you can connect with the deepest part of yourself and also with the intelligence of the universe. You aren't alone. But I remember feeling so alone at the times in my life when I was suffering the most, especially when I had breast cancer. Everyone around you can be hugging you and loving you and praying for you, but I was the one with the cancer in my body by myself. It was me who felt suicidally depressed and freaked out when I had no money, no job, no car. Fear makes us cling, makes us hold on, makes us panic, right? Fight, flight, freeze, freak out. Faith and trust helps us to let go. Or in my case, it was more like desperation and exhaustion forced me to finally just say, fuck it, show me the way. Show me the way was my mantra after hitting rock bottom. Actually, I seemed to live from rock bottom to rock bottom for most of my life. Letting go feels impossible. The more scared we get, the more we hold on, right? But the great thinker Einstein said you cannot find or create a solution when you're coming from the energy of the problem. When we're coming from our fear and our panic and all those things, we just magnetize more fear and panic and problems. Going with the flow is not an airy-fairy idea. It's the wisest, most powerful thing anyone can do, because flow is all powerful, because flow is in accordance with the natural way of creation, energy, and harmony. When we achieve coherence in our mind and our heart, we can think and feel with the same intention. and the same elevated emotions of faith, bliss, love, unconditional love, no matter what's going on in our world, we still can respond. We still can believe. That's what faith is, believing in the unseen. It'll show up, but you got to believe in it first, right? It's like Thomas said to Jesus, I believe, help me, my unbelief. Like he was literally looking at Jesus raised from the dead, and he looked at him and he said, I believe, but help me because I don't believe. It's from freaking out. It's okay. It's okay to be human and to have doubts. What is our work? Our work is to change the image in the mirror. Our work is to level up our thoughts and our feelings, our beliefs. It's our responsibility. That's an awesome word, right? Our ability to respond to our own life. It is this ability that is ours alone. It's our privilege, right? Jesus said, greater things than I have done, you will do. Was he kidding? Are you kidding me? He rose from the dead. What can I do? What can you do? What can we do that's greater than that? The answer is completely up to us. I encourage you today to give yourself time to experience stillness, silence, and space. There is a quantum field. There is a limitless universe. There is, I believe, a loving creative force that responds to what is in our own minds and hearts. Be still and know. Let go. Let go of trying to force. Learn how to live in harmony with the love inside of you, the divine will inside of you, your higher self, self with a capital S. This is your work. This is our work, and this is the path. It begins in our perceptions and in our emotions. What do you want to create? What do you want to magnetize into your life? You've got to see it in the mirror. Believe it in your heart. Practice it in your dreams and in your imagination. Visualize it, feel it, see it, claim it as your own, and then let it go. Put all the paint on the canvas, give the painting to the universe and say, this is what I want, this or something greater, something better. Be still and know means to trust that you are loved. You are noticed, you are acknowledged, you are validated in what you want. Knowing and trusting that you're not alone and that what is good for you is good for the world and for all of us. Be still and know. Ask and you shall receive. Today, I just invite you to give yourself some stillness, some silence, and some space, and to ask your higher self to show you the way, how you can let go. Let go and let the power that creates worlds, the force of nature and the supernatural world work on your behalf to support you, to lift you out of whatever struggles you might be having, and to show you the way. It wants to. What you want wants you. Let it come to you. Let go and believe. There is so much within you that you have yet to discover. Your work is to just peel away the layers and do your work of love and forgiveness and acceptance, and visualize and dream like you did when you were 3 years old. When you were 3 years old, I guarantee when someone said, what do you want to be when you grow up? You didn't say, I'll just settle for whatever. You used to dream big dreams. I dare you to dream them again. It's not pie in the sky, airy fairy. It's the law of the universe. Believe and you'll receive. Look in the mirror and see limitless potential, because that's what's actually there. Take good care today of your mind, of your heart, of the coherence between the two, right? Think and feel. Take care of your body too.